Some of them have great titles. Some of them had okay concepts. None none of them landed. Hello, and welcome to Emily Reviews. My name is Emily, and here on my channel, I talk about movies my daughter and I watch. I also vlog and play The Sims 2 and The Sims 4. The Sims 2 is on my Inspiron 1520, and then The Sims 4 is just regularly on the computer that I have now, you know. And if any, I also do RuPaul Drag Race compilations and whatnot. I'm going to talk about Survivor because, of course, all that stuff. If any of that interests you, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. All right, so I had this movie on my watch list for a long time, and I was like, I have it for making a video purpose, and it is called the 50 worst videos of all times. So I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for 20 minutes. We will watch and react to the 50 worst movies. The 50 worst movies ever made. You know, maybe we know some of them, maybe we don't. Maybe we like some of them, maybe we agree. I don't know. So, let's just get to it. All right. Yeah, so the 50 worst movies ever made. My device is still connected to my VPN, so I have to turn it off, which is like the worst ever. Alright, just refresh it. There we go. Now we're gonna watch it.
Hello there.
Some movies are so bad, they're good. And there's some movies that are so bad, they're just bad. Real bad. The worst ever made. And by last count, there were 50 of them. These truly are the 50 worst films ever made by human hands. From guys in gorilla suits to cross-dressers to armless kung fu masters. There are some you have probably seen, some you can't believe you've seen, and many you will never, ever want to see again. But they're all here, from worst
Crap, I forgot to set the timer. 20-minute timer. 20 minutes.
to god-awful. So sit back and lower your standards, because here
Lower your standards.
movies ever made.
He dares enter the street dressed in the clothes.
Glenn and Glenda. 1953. Huh. Glenn and Glenda. I've never heard of this movie before. Obviously, it's supposedly it's a bad movie. Huh. Glenn and Glenda. Let's just see. It's not even like on, and it doesn't even show up. Glenn and Glenda Chucky? Like Glenn and Glenda. Glenn and Glenda. No? There's like nothing. Nothing. Like nothing about it. I'm not on the top. Okay, here it is. Here's a Glenn or Glenda. Oh, it's Glenn or Glenda, not Glenn and Glenda. That's my bad. I can't read. Hey, let's type that in better. There it is. Glenn or Glenda. Okay. Let's see what it's about. Let's see what it's about before we Glenn or Glenda. Oh my god, is it about a crossdresser? It is. Oh my god. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is just bad. The film is a docudrama about a cross-dressing transvestism about oh sorry. The film is a docudrama about a cross-dressing and transvestism and semi-autobiographical in nature. What? Wood himself was a cross-dresser, and the film for Believer Tolerance. What? That's insane. That's insane. This would not. Do you? No, this would not. No, Freya, this would not fly. Oh my god, I can't wait to tell my child about this movie, and we need to watch this movie just because of it's very low budget, and okay, and obviously has become a cult film. Okay, okay.
Much desires to wear. Glenn is engaged to be married to Barbara. Glenn's problem is a deep one, but he must stop it soon. She's begun to notice things. Soon she will realize. Starting the list is a film that was not only written and directed by the notorious Ed Wood, but a film he also starred in as a transvestite, which also happened to be an activity he pursued in real life. A masterpiece that dared to delve closer to the heart of cross-dressing than any other in film history, by using cinema tricks like gluing fake articles onto real newspapers. From 1953, Glenn or Glenda.
Glenn or Glenda. Oh my goodness. So, please comment down below if you have seen this movie, if you want to see this movie, if you think it would be something that you would want to see, or even ask any of your transgender friends or family if you have transgender family or friends, or if you are yourself transgender, like find out, or if you're what do you that's words together now. Have you seen this movie? Do you know this movie? Would you see this movie? I'm going to tell my child about this movie, and maybe we'll watch it. Maybe we won't. Maybe it will be extremely offensive, and it will, in the ignorance and offense of the time, might find the hilarity in it, or think it's horrible, and we're glad now that it's one of the 50 worst movies ever. Probably should be a 50 worst movies. Just by the knowledge of today, I definitely think that it should be on this list. Okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, 49.
When The Mesa of Lost Women was released, a new school of acting was introduced to the world.
Mesa of Lost Women. Mesa of Lost. All right, let's type this in and see what it says. MESA. Mesa of. Oh, look at that. It's like yeah, look, first one. Okay. Ooh, it's a fun little. Okay, so 18% Rotten Tomatoes. It has no one I know. Tandra Quinn, Jackie Coonan, isn't that the kid, the Coonan Law guy? The kid, yeah, Jackie Coonan from that Charlie Chaplin movie that's like my favorite, The Kid and the Coonan Law. Isn't that him? Doris Fuller, Paula Hill, Travis Richard. Okay. Let's see. A mad scientist named Ariana is creating giant spiders and dwarfs in his lab on Zepa Marsa, Mexico.
The School of Bad Acting.
Oh, we've arrived. I trust your journey was pleasant. Well, moderately. I must confess, though, that I was a trifle uneasy when your driver headed into the Muerto Desert, but everything seems to have worked out.
I want to fly.
You want to?
I've always wanted to fly.
I want to fly. I always wanted to fly. Now I will. I love it. Did I tell you I'm a sucker for bad movies? Oh my god, I love bad movies. My daughter just informed me. I was blissfully unaware that Waterworld was a horrible movie. But you know what? The more and more she ranted on about it, I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. It is a horrible movie, and I love it. Yeah, such an awesome movie.
And pay careful attention to the right of the screen, where Dr. Masterson, played exquisitely by Harmon Stevens, conceals his excitement.
Jackie Coogan
Also shines as Dr. Aranya,
the crazy scientist determined to create a master race of superwomen by injecting them with spider venom. But that also entailed having to create dwarves and giant spiders, too.
Okay, I'm down for that. Troll.
Didn't you hear Mommy calling you, honey? No, Mommy.
From the deep, dark recesses of 1986 comes the movie Troll.
The plot is simple. Tarak, the aforementioned troll, uses his magic emerald ring to turn the residents of an apartment complex into hideous plant pods. So it feels kinda like...
That's awesome. And he kind of looks like the troll from Ernest Scared Stupid. Okay. I wonder if they use the same one because it's like around that time. Oh my goodness. I love it. I'm down for it. I want to see it. I want that.
like home.
The only redeeming value Troll has is its cameo appearance by Sonny Bono and Julia Louis-Dreyfus's breakthrough film performance years before Seinfeld made her a TV star.
That's amazing.
Ain't much.
Yeah. They look like the little girl from Poltergeist.
The 47th worst film of all time is Teenage Zombie.
But that's such a great name. Like, that's an amazing name. How can an amazing movie with such an amazing name like that flop? Like, really, is it the bad writing? Is it the acting? Like, really? Come on! Come on!
A technically awful, horribly acted, steamy pile of cinema.
Ugh.
This 1959 gem is also the first of many laughable horror films to use a man in a gorilla suit as either an evil henchman, or a zombie, or a maniac.
Guy in a gorilla suit as a zombie. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Or simply just a gorilla.
He's simply just a gorilla, damn it!
Teenagers,
Help. Why didn't Phyllis Diller and Jane Mansfield make more films together, you ask?
She knows too much, Herman. She must be destroyed.
When I turn this knob, her fate will be sealed, and our secret will be safe forever.
This is why, from
I love Phyllis Dillard. Like, I love her. I love her.
1965, The Fat Spy.
Boy, this is some picture.
Yeah! That's all they say about it? They're just like, that's it? The Fat Spy? They don't actually, like, say about it? Okay. Oh, shit. Oops. Let's type this shit in here. Okay, yeah. Jane Mansfield. Phyllis Dillard. Brian Doolevy. 27% Rotten Tomatoes. Off the coast of Florida, a nearly deserted island is rumored to have a fountain of youth.
Beware, it's Voodoo Woman.
Yeah, Voodoo Woman. I love this. I don't know who this is.
Jungles of somewhere. Mad scientist uses voodoo magic to make an indestructible slave thing. But the plot
In the jungles of somewheres, a mad scientist uses voodoo magic to make an indestructible slave thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes.
Like a meaty stew left out in the sun.
so bad that every time I close my eyes, I can see it.
There's a treasure involved, with an array of characters like Chaka, the witch doctor, Boho, the houseboy, and a hero named Touch Connors.
Okay. Okay. That's all I have to say about that.
It's 1957's Voodoo Woman.
What have you done? I mean, what have I done? What are you blaming me?
Oh, Dustin Hoffman. I love Dustin Hoffman. My brother was named after Dustin Hoffman.
The 44th worst film of all time is the box office bomb, Ishtar.
At the price of 20,000 dirham on their heads this afternoon.
Even though Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman starred in this financial flop, it would still be the end of a career for its director, Elaine May.
Yeah.
Even now, nearly 20 years after its release, Ishtar has barely made back half.
Nearly 20 years after its release. Okay, this movie must have come out in like the early 90s because it's 1987. That's my birth year, and I am 36 years old. So 36 years after its was released.
Of its $40 million budget. It seems Warren and Dustin felt there was a longing for another road picture like the ones Bob Hope and Bing Crosby used to make 30 years prior.
We're off on the road to Morocco. This taxi is tough.
Anyone watch Family Guy? We're up on the road to Rhode Island. That's all I know right now. I love Stewie and Brian. It's the best.
On the spine.
It appears Warren and Dustin were wrong. Real wrong.
Aw, poor Dustin Hoffman.
A gigantic, man-like creature appears.
Frankenstein Conquers the World. Another really great title. What's with all these really great titles, but then like shitty movies? Like, what is with that? Like, really?
When Frankenstein's heart is stolen from Germany, shipped to a lab in Japan, and then exposed to radiation from the Hiroshima bombing of World War II, then eaten by a strangely mutated boy who grows at a rapid pace, you're left with 1965's Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Heart is stolen from Germany. Shipped to, I can't remember where he said. Eaten by a mutated, the heart was eaten by a mutated boy. And then the boy grows at a rapid rate. And now you get Frankenstein Conquers the World? Huh? Okay. I just want to know what kind of production company was like listening to any of these screenplays and thought, yep, that's gonna make a good movie. Like, what? Some of them have great titles. Some of them had okay concepts. None of them landed. I'm so curious to what's gonna be number one. Like, holy crap, this is gonna be a fun series.
A Japanese film with an entire Japanese cast and one white guy. The original climactic ending had Frankenstein fighting Godzilla.
Did I just hear that right? The original climactic ending had Frankenstein battling Godzilla. Oh my god. Did I ask already who the heck gave them the money for these movies? Like, were they like seriously tripping on acid?
But the director thought that was too hard to believe.
Yeah.
Frankenstein just ends up fighting a vague reptilian giant monster to the death.
Because that's more believable.
When Arthur Nelson made his producing, directing, editing, and acting debut in The Creeping Terror, he convinced several investors that he was making a big-budget horror film. And for just a few $100s, these investors could not only have small parts in the film, but share in the profits after its release.
My God, what is it?
Yeah. What is this?
Before the release of The Creeping Terror in 1964,
Again, a really great name. Like The Creeping Terror, especially for that time period. Great. Excellent name.
Arthur Nelson vanished, with several lawsuits hanging over him. He hasn't been heard from since.
Oh.
And if you're wondering why there's no dialogue between actors throughout most of the film, it's because the director, producer, editor, actor Arthur Nelson accidentally knocked the sound recording equipment into Lake Tahoe and couldn't afford to buy a new microphone. He narrated the entire movie in post-production.
That would suck so much. Like, as a YouTuber who has done like full hour videos and then go back to edit to find out that none of the audio picked up, or like there was audio but this whatever the sound, not the sound, the video was bad, and yet like, oh my god. Or that would make, I can feel his pain from here. That would suck so much. Oh my god, I feel so bad for this guy. Oh my.
At this very moment, KIDTV has standing by a television.
Santa Claus conquers the Martians? Oh. But Santa Claus is a jolly fellow. He wouldn't want to kill anybody. Why would he conquer Martians? He would want to give them presents and bring them the joy of Christmas.
Crew at Santa Claus Workshop.
When the children of Mars become depressed and dismal, there's only one thing to do.
We need a Santa Claus on Mars.
Oh.
Santa Claus long enough. We will bring him to Mars.
I'm against it.
From 1964, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Full of breathtaking special effects.
Turn up that decorator!
Plus, horrible acting. Coupled with a freeze ray gun that's really just a Whammo toy painted silver.
You can't take him now. It's too near Christmas.
Why, you?
But
I love this.
And strange, surreal scenes like this.
Hello there.
And if all that's not enough, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians also has a young Pia Zadora in her film debut as Gurmar, the girl Martian.
The doll has a teddy bear's head, and the teddy bear has a doll's head.
Aw, that's. I don't know. I kind of want to watch that movie. Just thinking about, like, those poor Martian children. They just wanted Santa Claus to come to their homes and bring them presents. They're like, why do the humans get to have presents? Why can't we have them too? I understand that. Like, I get it. But then they kind of try to do like a Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington where he like steals Santa. But sort of. So kind of seems like that they were trying to steal him to keep him on Mars so he could deliver presents to the Martians and not the humans. The way I think about it is, if Santa can go around the world in one night, why can't he go around the world in one night and then to Mars the next night and do theirs? They could have theirs on Boxing Day, right? See? Compromise. Alright, so I think we're gonna stop here. I'm really liking this new series. This is gonna be fun. We will pick up here in the next time. If you like this video, hit like. If you have seen or heard of any of these first 10 movies, then let me know, because I really would like to know. If you haven't hit subscribe, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. And when I do that, we'll do a fun little live or whatever, something to celebrate. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me, and I'm excited to finish this to watch this thing. It'll be great. If I had more time, if I didn't have to go to work at 4, then I totally would keep filming. But work, gotta pay the bills. All right. Thanks. Bye.